Last Jedi.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. There was a lot of anticipation coming into it. There were parts of it that I really liked. I felt it got a little muddled in some parts toward the middle, but I thought it concluded really strongly, and overall it was a positive experience.
I thought it was a very enjoyable film. I thought it was I could see three distinct thirds. First third was pretty humorous. Second third was kind of like, that building up the plot lines, and then the last third was just like, pedal to the metal, action, adventure, and all the elements coming together.
I really like the sci-fi. I love how it portrays like good, like the dark side, and then the light side. I really like how they portray like somebody's struggles, anger, sadness get to them, and I like how they use a lot of emotion and a lot of power from like the Force to explain that character real well. I really like that.
I think sometimes people forget all the Star Wars movies have been laced with humor. Some more than others, right? Yeah. But the audience is, not just an adult audience. It's geared for children. I think sometimes people forget that.
I didn't like some sarcastic jokes they had in there. Some of the side jokes they had, like in the original ones, it was more serious than having these little side jokes to the side for a sarcastic kind of scenery. I thought it didn't really match the overall setting and plot for Star Wars.
I did not like the casino scene. I think that's where the movie kind of lost me. It was like, wow, do we really need this 20-minute sequence going absolutely nowhere? So I think it got muddled in the middle. Plus, it was a total ripoff of the original Star Wars. And the charm of that barroom scene in the first one was like, whatever. But
and it's hard to really say for me because, I'm looking at them through the lens of a different person, a different passages in my life, right? It's hard to compare a film today with a film back then. But I would say this is, for me, more fulfilling certainly than The Force Awakens. I think it's more engaging to the audience. Even though there's a lot of repeat motifs throughout the film, I think they went in some new directions as well and gave some characters closure and gave them some growth. So I prefer that in this particular film.
I'm on the minority on this, but I liked the scenes between Kylo Ren and Rey. I thought those were interesting scenes that I didn't expect, and I expected a lot, and that was not one of them. So it went down a direction that was sort of interesting, and I liked how that relationship was sort of cultivated in an interesting way.
Luke, of course, was able to bring Anakin back, so maybe this is the same arc we'll see, and maybe Rey will restore the order in the Force and bring Kylo Ren back towards the center. One of my favorite lines is when, in the whole film, and it's a pretty good comic relief, is when she tells him to put a shirt on, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't exactly remember the exact line, but cover yourself, please. Yeah. When they're having a little Force communication.
Want me to tell you something? Kylo Ren is a baby compared to Darth Vader. Kylo Ren, I like his helmet because I think it's cool, but other than that, he fights like a child, and he acts like a child, and he's not a good Sith Lord at all. I wouldn't even say Sith. He's not relevant at all. He's nothing compared to Vader.
Look, it's so hard to please people with Star Wars, right? So Rian Johnson's really cool because he grew up idolizing Star Wars just like J.J. Abrams did. And so it's really cool that they were able to interpret the story and the direction that they took it, and I would ask the fan people out there that are poo-pooing the film to really analyze themselves. But I didn't have any problems with the Snoke storyline.
What was the best scene in this last movie?
Best scene. I have to say Snoke when he dies, because I like the interrogation that he tries to do on Rey to turn her to the dark side, but it obviously failed because he's a failure, unlike Palpatine. One, I'm a better fighter than Kylo Ren because he's weak. He lost to one that used a lightsaber that once in her life, so I don't know why you would think that he would be better than me. I killed Obi-Wan, Count Dooku, countless others. So I don't know where that came from. And who is Rey beaten? Kylo Ren.
Yeah, a lot of stories to be told in that universe, so who knows? looks like the Skywalker family's story is just about to a close, so but it's a pretty wide open universe, so hopefully they can tell some more good stories.
Okay, no, so I know the interview is over, but I just wanted to ask a personal question. Do you think that Kylo Ren is better than Darth Vader?
No. 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 No.